Hey guys. Hey, I'm back with day 4. I can't even remember what day it is. I'm back with day 4 and I'm actually fixing to go and have to get the kids. I just went live on Facebook. So I like going live on Facebook. I feel like people can ask me questions in real time. I've just kind of started it and I'm going to start it or try to start it every morning around 5:30. So if y'all want to check that out, I'm going to start going live talking about meal prep or any questions that y'all have, workout related or anything to be that matter. But I'm going to go live, and so it's kind of hard to do this again because you've already done it once, and sometimes I forget what I've said. And I also get off on like some ramble rants. I'm definitely ADD, so y'all have to excuse me. I jump around a lot, but I'm gonna go get the kids up real quick, and y'all can come along with me. And we'll see how good they get up. Hey, you up? Okay, you good? We're gonna have a good day today? Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Okay. Hudson actually slept in the bed with me last night. I did not feel good. I have pink eye, so I laid down like at 8:30, and he actually fell asleep with his iPad, and he got to snuggle up next to mommy. Get up, buddy, okay? Okay. I love you. Okay. Can you go pick out your clothes? I have no idea. Normally I pick out their clothes at night. Look, she's back asleep. Callie girl, let's not lay back down. You know what happens when we lay back down. What happens? Do you go back to sleep? Okay. Can y'all pick out your clothes for me this morning? I didn't do it last night since I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. I think she's up. I had the worst time with her yesterday. I had to tell her 3 or 4 times to get up. I thought she was up. I talked to her, then I try to leave because she goes and gets her clothes on, and I want to give her her privacy. And then I had went in there about 3 or 4 times, got the same reaction that I did when I woke her up the first time, and I thought she was actually brushing her teeth. It was pretty much time for her to be ready, and I went around the house looking for her and couldn't find her, and I asked Hudson where Kelly was. She was like, she's still in bed. So I actually had to get onto her a little bit yesterday. I don't like getting onto her. I like Donnie doing that, but I don't get onto her anything that I know Donnie wouldn't. So I think she's up this time. I think she's good. But so here's my day 1, and I didn't get to some of my stuff yesterday. So I found out that I had pink eye. It started yesterday while I was at Hudson's basketball practice. Probably 10 to 15 minutes into it, my eye started itching. I felt like I'm allergic to dust and cat dander, and I hadn't been around a cat in forever. And at McKee, I'm not around anybody. I have my own cubicle. I don't really talk to people all that much. That's not really in my department. Or if I go down on the floor, you're like, I only gotta talk to the people that I need to. Sometimes I don't even get to go down there. I draw on the computer on CAD systems all day, so that's my job. And if I'm not there, then I can't draw. But I do help install some of the stuff I design. So whenever that's happening, I do go down there. We have a machine shop that I also do go down there and see my stuff being made, or if we want to test something out. But I mean, that's only after I have designed something. So that's what I do for a living. And then so I didn't get in very much contact with people. I went to the gym after I got off of work, and the doctor seriously thinks that that's where I've got it from. So because it happened like too soon for me being at Hudson's basketball practice, But there was kids absolutely everywhere at his basketball practice, and he was bringing me his basketball whenever they would take water breaks, and I was playing with my kids' friends, and I'm pretty sure they don't have it. I haven't heard anything from them, but they think that I got it from the gym, and I always wipe my weights off. I know I've been using a bunch of free weights, and I know people don't wipe those off, and it kind of makes me angry. But I wipe mine off before and after. So I don't know if it's because, the free weights are knurled on the shaft. And I think, maybe I need we don't have a spray there. So we just have wipes. I don't know if maybe those wipes just didn't get in between it good enough. But that's all I went. I went from work, gym, car, Hudson's basketball practice, and it started. And the doctor told me that pink eye does kind of start, like as soon as you contact it. He said that I had all the symptoms of it. I actually talked to this doctor online, so the medical profession the technology for them is freaking crazy. I didn't even have to go to a doctor's office. I called this doctor on the phone. We have it through our insurance, and it's called MD Live. And I sent him a picture. You can even FaceTime them if they need to see, whatever you're trying to show them that's wrong with you. And I sent them a picture of my eye. He asked me questions. It was instant. He sent the prescription over to the pharmacy, and I was able to go get it at lunch and get my first dosage in, so I wasn't contagious anymore. And he thinks it's pink eye. I mean, he was more than likely that it's pink eye. And as soon as I took my first dose, I was so much better. And so I've taken 3 doses now. I'm fixing to take my 4th one, and I feel like a new person. But yesterday I had pink eye, so I didn't do anything. I didn't run. I didn't go on the elliptical on my break because I was going to go get my medicine, and I didn't lift because I just didn't want to make any more contact than what I necessarily had because I don't want anybody else to get it. But last night I came home, straight home, took fadeout, took my medicine, got the kids ready for bed, and made sure they had baths, brushed their teeth, dinner, and I went to bed. So I was a little late getting up this morning. Taking the fadeout really makes me sleepy, and I only take half the dose. It's supposed to do that, but it's just a little bit rough for me to get up early in the morning whenever I take fadeout. So I try to only save this unless I'm really sore, or I could sleep in the next day. When I say sleep in, to 8, not something if I would have to take NyQuil. I can only take 1 NyQuil, and then I'm passed out. So and it messes with me the next day. This doesn't. Right now I feel totally great. As soon as you get up and you get moving around, you feel good. My eyes feel good. My hips feel good from the other, I think day 3, I talked about how I kind of messed my hip up a little bit, and I wanted to lay off the cardio. So yesterday morning I didn't do any cardio, and that's okay because my plan is 6 days a week cardio, 4 days a week lifting, and I've actually been lifting more than 4 days. So yesterday was just a rest day, and that's what I'm going to use it as, and then the rest of the days I'm going to try to do something. Today I didn't get my cardio in, so on my break I might take just a little bit longer break, and I'm really going to try to hit 20 minutes because that's the goal, is 20 minutes of cardio. So and I probably will do it on not the elliptical. I kind of really want to start doing some incline work. We're training for Spartan races. Those have a lot of hills sometimes. So I really want to try to do some incline work and work the little parts of my knees. Those will definitely work those little muscles around your knees. So I've been having a hard time trying to figure out the best way to get all my food in. Normally I have to skip this at night, or I haven't really been able to get to this than once a week. Did you find clothes? How's Callie doing? Okay. So what happens is I'm getting really, you can see, I'm really busy in the mornings, especially if I try to work out, because then I have to shower. I have to get ready for work myself. I try to get to work as early as I can. Hudson has to be at school whenever Callie's here. Okay, she has to be picked up or dropped off at a certain time. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do this and my protein shake with some coffee. I'm actually going to allow myself a cup of coffee this morning because I'm not taking my Total War that helps me get up and go. And yesterday I kind of talked about how I had a really bad headache, and I drank my cup of coffee. I'd use just a little bit of almond milk and 1 stevia, and that's it. I don't pile it on with creamers or sugars because that's really what makes coffee bad for you. But in my live, I talked about this blood type diet that this one trainer, actually she's probably the best trainer I've ever had. Whenever I was training with her, it was online. She lives back home from where I'm from, which is Chattanooga, and she's the one that started me on RedCon, and she's been a huge help. I've just became a tour operator, and before then I would ask her questions all the time, anything about diet. You know, she was there for me, and she used to be, she's always been in the fitness industry for a long time as well. She did bikini modeling, and she also did the bodybuilding, the bikini one too. So she wasn't extremely like big muscled. She was more lean and cut. She was definitely cut. So I used her 2 years ago, and I kind of did like a 6 weeks challenge. I think I used her for 2 or 3 months, and she's the one that really got me into meal prepping, and she answered a lot of questions for me. It was actually the best I have ever looked in my life. So I still follow a lot of her rules. I still shoot stuff by her, and she's really awesome. We'll put her IG link in my video today, so if y'all want to check her out, because right now I'm not going to do any kind of personal training. Not right now. I've been a personal trainer in the past. It was mainly for like triathlons. I trained people on spin bikes. I was a spin instructor. I trained them on running and, you know, building up some little muscles to help them run better. I trained them on swimming. I did meal preps, but it was geared more towards that. I've never been one to like lift weights, but I've used a lot of people. Like I've had a lot of trainers as well, and even trainers need trainers because you just learn from each other and you learn something new. And you know, every body's kind of different, so you have to kind of cater to that person, and that's how you learn different things. But right now I'm not going to train anybody. Maybe after my 12 weeks, I'm kind of training Donnie. I'm doing his meal preps. I'm giving him ideas in the gym to help him, you know, build his muscle. So I'm kind of wanting to use that as well. And I've had people to ask me to do online coaching, and I just don't want to do that. I want to do it my own way. If I do something like that, I want to do my own company. I want to do it, you know, if I want to post, then I want to post for me. I don't want to post because I have to post. So that's just, people do that, and that's great for them. But I just don't want to do that. So I just want to be me. I just want to do me. And so I'm going to try this with my coffee in the morning with my peanut butter on top and my protein, so I know that I can get that out of the way. As soon as I get to work, I'm going to do this one. And then so I do my eggs and stuff as I normally do every day this week. Next week it changes. And then I'm going to do my oatmeal with my 1 pack of stevia and my Godsend Flavor Gods seasoning. I'm actually going to do a YouTube video on these seasonings. I have about 7 of them. The only downfall to these is that it takes them a long time to process your order. I think that they're just a new company that's first starting out. Yeah, Hudson's brought me some more. I have like a bacon lover seasoning. I did not like this one. I think it has onions in it, and I do not like onions. And I have gingerbread cookie, which this one's good. This one's definitely good, but it's a flavor like any kind of any gingerbread, like you kind of have to be in the mood for it. And then Hudson here is brushing his teeth, and he's also helping me. So whenever I bought, you good, baby? You good? Did what? Did you brush your teeth? Okay. So whenever I bought so many, I got a free one. So I actually have 2 gingerbread cookies, and then I have a Taco Tuesday. I love putting this one on my my chicken if I'm craving tacos. And then ranch, this one's really good too. I put this on the broccoli sometimes. And then like it's 0 calories. You can add some water and make it over a salad. And then I think I have another one in there. And then my pumpkin pie, which I like this one too. So buttery cinnamon roll is my absolute favorite, and then pumpkin pie is a close second. But I'll do a YouTube video on those. I might even try to get the kids to do some kind of challenge to see if they can pick out what flavors what. But so I put that in there, and you can also put these, like I've seen some people put them in smoothies or over yogurt, over egg whites, especially like the taco one. I have a pizza one somewhere, and that one's good too. But the taco one, I hate egg whites. Egg whites have no flavor, so I actually put this over my egg whites, in my egg whites, if I scramble eggs or whatever. I'm actually kind of getting tired of these eggs. This is my 4th day having them, so I might try to switch it up. I have to have eggs, but maybe I'm not doing an omelet with some spinach or something in it next time. Then I get my 4 strawberries, and I look forward to eating those. And then today's lunch, I have something a little bit different. This is my first time this week having this, but I've fixed it for myself in the past. So it's just chicken that I've cut up in little nuggets, and I bake them in the oven on 350 for probably 15 minutes or so. It depends on how much you want them done. I reheat these, so I try not to overcook any of my stuff. Thank you, Hudson. I'm done with that. And then what this has is it has Frank's hot sauce on it. If you follow a lot of people that do meal prep, they talk about this. You can have this. You just have to be careful because it has a lot of sodium in it. So that's pretty much the only thing it really has in it is salt. But I really don't use that much. What's on here isn't even a tablespoon. This stuff is pretty potent, so be careful with it. But I get this at Walmart. That's the only place I've been able to find it. They might have it at Kroger. I haven't ever been able to find it at Target. I like going to Aldi's to get my stuff, especially like my vegetables and my chicken. I save so much whenever I go to Aldi. I save half of what I would have paid at Walmart, and their vegetables and fruit stay fresher longer for me. So I like going there, but the only thing that sucks about them is they don't have everything I need. So then I have to go to another place, and sometimes I'm really pushed on time, and so I don't, that's the only downfall. But I get to have my 1 cup of vegetables, and then for a break, it's my protein with my nuts again, and then for dinner, it's my steak and my 1 cup of veggies and my sweet potatoes with, I have raisins and cinnamon on it. And then I'm really going to try to make it to my yogurt tonight. I've only made it to my yogurt 1 night this week. So last night, yesterday was a little crazy. I didn't feel good.
And I slept with Mom.
Yeah, and I didn't have my dinner, but I had this right before I left work. I was craving something really sweet, and I wanted, then I wanted a snack, and like I told y'all, I brought one of these with me just in case. And that really helped. I had carrot cake yesterday, and it really tastes like it has cream cheese icing on it, and there's little bits of carrots in there, and it was good. That one might be my favorite one, but I really like carrot cake too. So I like the crunchy peanut butter one. That one's good as well. And I like the banana bread. They have a banana bread when I have one of those. But yesterday I had told y'all how I was trying to just bring these with me because I wasn't getting to all my meals. Like if something came up. Well, probably around 4:30 I started getting hungry, and the way I ate yesterday, it was kind of odd. Like, I didn't even eat this. I didn't get to this. I got this to this kind of late, and then it pushed. I had to go, get my pink eye medicine, and I was in line at CVS for forever. So I ate this late. This was probably around 1:30. So I tried to take this at 2. I didn't want to do that. So this was around 1:30. So around 4, every 3 hours, I got hungry and I was starting to crave something sweet. And so I grabbed my carrot cake, and I was actually good for the rest of the night. I didn't have dinner, but I try to use this as a dinner, so I'm going to count that as dinner. But so yesterday, if I was to eliminate what I didn't eat, it was the yogurt, my protein with my nuts, and then my morning protein with my rice cake. I did drink my protein. I just didn't eat my rice cake with peanut butter. And I had coffee and I felt so much better. My headache went away almost immediately. So it was probably definitely coffee withdrawals. But I'm going to talk about in a YouTube video about what the trainer girl had kind of told me about, you know, drinking coffee. She goes through this thing, you know, called the blood type diet, and I'm I'm either O negative or O positive, and I'm wanting to say I'm O negative, but just try to find your blood type, and maybe we can talk about it. Maybe I can do a live video or a live on IG, and y'all can ask me questions. But whenever I was reading this book, it all started kind of making a lot of sense. It says that the blood type that's O has a really acidic stomach, and so like it goes over the things that you eat and you can do that's best for your blood type. So it says that O has a lot of trouble with their thyroid. They said that it has a lot of trouble with being very acidic. Your blood's acidic, so it makes your stomach acidic. And that holds true for me. I don't know how it holds true for anybody else, but for me personally, I've been tested for low thyroid before. I've had a lot of trouble with my thyroid in the past. And that's a lot to do with my weight fluctuation. One time they had me on thyroid medicine and I gained 5 pounds every 2 weeks. No matter what I did, I gained 5 pounds every 2 weeks. And that's whenever it was like towards the end of our Spartan year, like not last year, but the year before. And I was running, I was eating good. We were doing Spartan races all the time. And there was no reason for me to gain that weight. And it was so frustrating. So I've been there. So if y'all are struggling with that, I've been there too. And maybe I can help you out. I'm not a doctor, but maybe I can just, you know, like help you power through it. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. And you feel like I felt like I was working my ass off. You know, like it was crazy. There's no way. But I'm also, you know, I was hitting over 30 at that point. So maybe I've had a kid and maybe, you know, my body was just changing. And to be honest, that's whenever I noticed that I started getting lactose intolerant. So my hair was falling out an ungodly amount. I was feeling really tired all the time. Like I would wake up just feeling like, you know, a train had ran over me. And then I was cold all the time. And I didn't realize all these symptoms of thyroid until I went to the doctor and they were asking me some things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. But in this book, it talks about O types being, you know, having thyroid issues. And it talks about them having acidic stomachs. And I have stomach ulcers. I've had stomach ulcers ever since I've been in high school that I fight with. So eating like this actually helps me. Because I'll get sick if I don't eat. Because then my ulcer acts up. It has a bunch of acidic in my stomach. And then I get sick if I eat too much. And so I get sick if I eat certain, you know, spices. I can't have Chipotle, to be honest. And then it kind of messes with me. So it's really helped me do that. Have y'all got your breakfast? Have you got your breakfast?
I put my suit on.
Do what?
I wanted to wear my workout shirt, but I couldn't find it, so.
I don't think that really matches. Okay? Okay. So go find some blue jeans. You should have some blue jeans there, okay? Okay. So, I think she's colorblind. Okay. So, Donnie, this is Donnie's. So, he does a wheat toast with his eggs. I try to substitute his carbs for something he'll eat. So, he won't eat a rice cake, so he gets wheat toast. And then he won't eat oatmeal, so his wheat toast kind of, and look, it has oatmeal on it. But, yeah, don't tell him that. And then, for lunch, he has the same chicken nuggets as I do. And then he has his carbs in his carrots, in his green beans. And then his veggie is his green beans. Or his peas. But peas and carrots, they're kind of carby-ish, more veggies than just asparagus. Asparagus and broccoli don't have very much carbs in them at all. So, so these veggies, I try to stay away from those because they have more carbs in them. But and then he gets his protein, and he gets his nut pack, and he gets his tonight he gets his steak
Can I
with his
have-
potato and his green beans.
Can
So-
I have some muffins?
You can have some muffins. And then, so this is Donnie's, and he says that he's pretty full. I actually give him more protein because he's trying to gain muscle. He's pretty lean right now. He's trying to build his muscle, and if you follow any of those people, that's good. If you follow any of those people on YouTube, a lot of them eat an ungodly amount of protein. But it's good protein. It's good veggies. You know, it's not pizza all the time. Like, they'll have pizza like for a cheat, and you'll see that. You know, like The Rock has like 8 pizzas. But the thing about it is through any other time, he's eating a bunch of steak, and he's eating a bunch of, you know, healthy carbs. He's eating a bunch of healthy veggies, and he eats a lot of it, but they're healthy for him. And so, like, you know, they actually do build your muscle instead of you storing fat. So that's our meal prep for today, and hopefully I'm gonna do my lifting tonight. I think I'm going to do my legs, and then I'm going to do my cardio at work, at lunch, my lunch break. So that's what I'm going to try to do today, and then I'm actually going to bring my MRE bar, and hopefully I don't have to use it. But stay tuned, because tomorrow it starts getting a little bit different. We're traveling this weekend, and we'll see how that goes. So tomorrow I have my meal planned out, and then I'm going to take my MRE bar and my yogurt. Depending on what time we eat, or what time we leave, I might not even take this. I might just heat this up, or whatever I'm supposed to have for dinner tomorrow, and take it with me, because the kids will probably be eating hamburgers on the road, and I do not want to do that. But I know you don't. He'll probably eat Tutsons. It's not like hamburgers. He'll probably eat chicken nuggets. But thank y'all for tuning in, and if y'all have any questions, I'll be on Facebook Live every morning around 5:30 to 6, so y'all can ask me some questions if you want to. And then just thanks for tuning in, and go check out day 1, 2, and 3 if you haven't.